Doo-doo-doo. And yeah, when Godzilla was announced that it was going to be a 50 card extra booster set with only 3 colors, I knew one of the colors was going to be shafted, and of course, it's green. It's just another army deck. I won't be covering them here unless there is something cool or noteworthy. But how about some cards that use the 3/3 we talked about a couple episodes ago? Dyed in Scarlet Godzilla Earth heals on play from hand, and you contribute 2 monster characters on your side of the stage, and you could draw one. And then you can pay 1 and switch the 3/3 Godzilla in your level zone with this card. Sick, that gets sent to your level zone so you could possibly get the experiments requirement on the 3/3, and this doesn't really save you a stock because you're paying 2 to play this, and then you're paying 1 to get the switch effect going. It would be better if you didn't pay that extra stock, but it's meh. You could just play the 3/3, but although the 3/2 does heal and you could pop 2 draw, which is a requirement for the 3/3 Godzilla that it needs to be alone on the field. It does help clear up your field, and that's kind of an added bonus. Worm type, I don't know how to say this. When it reverses a character in battle, you can clock yourself and you can salvage a monster character. 5,000 for a 1/0 is pretty decent, and the effect is actually pretty good. You have like no reason not to be able to clock one to salvage. There should be other monster characters that are able to boost this up so you could get that salvage going a whole lot easier. Discard Hesitation Haruo lets you look at the top card of your deck at the start of your climax phase, and he is a searching brainstorm for any green character or Aratrim character, and is pay 1 to rest this card. The Future Elliot is a level 0 bomb where the character gets sent to the bottom of the deck. And in Steins Gate, we get new part-timer of Bronze CRT Workshop, Kiryu Moeka, and she is plus 500 for each of your other lab characters. So 6-5 with the full field, yeah, it's pretty standard. Amu Suzuha lets you pay 1 ditch a climax, and when she is sent to the waiting room from the stage, you can salvage a climax. This is on your own terms. It's when she goes from the stage to the waiting room. So you could ram her into stuff, you could keep her as a wall, or you could just play over her and you'll get the effect. And it's actually a pretty good effect too. Swapping a climax in the waiting room with 1 in your hand is pretty helpful. Hentai Gentleman Hashira Itaru is a level assist, 500 forward, and pay 2 rest this card, you get a salvage a lab character. I have noticed a lot of cards have the pay 2 rest effect. Like, for example, this one lets you heal, and this one's a Bang Dream, and since that one's a level 0, you could just splash it in whatever. And a level assist and a level 1, it's actually pretty good. You know, Bushiroot's making level 2s irrelevant. Here is Repairing the Time Machine Hashira Itaru, and she gets plus 500 power for each of your other lab members. And if you have Time Traveler Akane Suzuha in your level area, he gets plus 2,500. So you know exactly what deck he is going in, which, you know, makes sense. Then Climax Combo, pay 1. When it reverses an opponent in battle and you have Sacrificial Necrosis in your Climax zone, search 2 lab member characters from your deck and add them to your hat. The climax is a 1k1 and a gold bar when triggers. Cat Ear Maid Ferris Nyan Nyan is a level 1 bomb, and on play from hand, a lab member character gets plus 1,500. Look in the Eyes and Mix is a 1/0 event with 2 arts that states return all players' waiting rooms back into the deck and shuffle. So it's a free fresh for both players at a level 1 with no cost. Would have been better if it was just your deck, but there probably would have been some restrictions to that, like it would have been a 2/1 or it would have been on a backup or something. Mobile phone added Kiryu Moeka gets plus 1,000 power if you have 2 or more lab member characters, and she is a drop search. Usually drop searches are just that, they're just drop searches and nothing more. The fact that she could actually stand on her own and do the drop search is actually refreshing. This, my friends, is what we call a power creep. How about an event? Bear with me, this one's long as shit. Divergence Meter is a 2/2 event, and you cannot play this card from your hand if you do not have another character who is lab member. Send this card to memory. Put up to 2 cards from the top of your deck into your stock. Select one of your characters. During this turn, it gets plus 2,000 power. If you have 2 or more Divergent Meter in your memory, draw 2, then ditch 1. If you have 3 or more Divergence Meter in your memory, select an opponent's character in the back row with cost 1 or below, send it to the waiting room. If you have 4 or more Divergence Meter in your memory, select 2 characters from your clock and add them to your hand, and then discard 1 card from your hand. Dope shit. The effects by themselves are actually really cool, but it's at a level 2. Usually around level 2, you're working on your level 3 game at this point, and you're gonna start pushing towards game. You need to have 2 stock to play this for a plus 2,000 at the beginning. Although you do blind stock 2, and then you draw 2, ditch 1, then you pop a back row if it's a cost 1 or lower. So no, you cannot target this card. And then you heal 2 when you get them all 4 in the memory. I think this card's biggest flaw is actually the fact that it is a 2-2. Not saying you won't be running this, but if it was a 2-1 or something like that, it would have been a lot better. You might be more inclined to run it. The positives is, plus 2,000 is pretty nice, especially at the level 2 you want to start running things over. It does pay for itself automatically, but you need to have the 2 stock from the start. And you kind of want to have control over what goes into your stock, so I'm not a big fan of blind stocking. Also, on top of that, you need to have a character on the field. Which makes sense because when you play it, the plus 2,000 has to go somewhere. Also, your level 2 game might consist mainly of these if you throw them in, although in the 3-2 there is an early drop in the greens. So hey, this looks like something that you have to revolve your deck around. Also, last event, 2-1 beta timeline lets you salvage 2 characters, then you could ditch one. The last card we're going to look at is Special Existence Mikase Kurisu. Is a 3-2, and during your turn, if all of your characters are lab members, it gains plus 2,000. And on play from hand, look up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, add one to your hand, and ditch the rest. And Climax combo, on attack, if you have Physically Necrosis in play, you can pay 2, ditch 1 card, and you deal X damage, and this card gets plus 1,000 power, where X equals the amount of level 3 or higher characters on your side of the field. Physically Necrosis is a 1k1 and a gate 1 trigger. So this can go up to 11.5, plus the Climax will be 12.5, and with the Climax effect, it'll be 13.5. It's usually that extra 500 that kind of messes people over. Anyways, the effect happens before damage calculation. So you get the burn for at least 1 because this does count itself. Then you get the extra boost, and then your 3 soul damage will go through, plus whatever you triggered. Well, that's a lot of cards, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been Lunchbox5930 saying that I am going to Chara Expo. I got my Saturday ticket. I'm gonna wait a couple weeks so I could get my Sunday ticket, because that's when I get paid. And yeah, I'm going to be taking my Love Live Sunshine deck. I'm actually gonna try to take my Afterglow deck. I am missing the 3-2, which somebody who I won't name made a deck profile with that card in it, and there has been a buyout, and I cannot find the 3-2 mochas anywhere. Like, the only ones that are available are the SSPs, which are a little above what I'm willing to pay. Like, I could buy one for 30 bucks, or I could have gotten all 3 of them for 30 bucks, so that sucks. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.